What is going on, Mad Spideyverse? It's your boy here, Mad Spidey. We are at the Royal Melbourne Showgrounds on the other side of town. We're here for the monster size vintage and modern toy fair, obviously co-hosted by my good mate Andrew, who runs Pop Toys. This is the first time doing an event at this location, so thus the monster size. So obviously he's done the normal vintage and modern toy fairs, and he's also done the giant size, and this is supposed to be even bigger again. So it is quite a fresh Sunday morning, and we are gonna head in very shortly, but let's stay tuned and see how we go.
I think there's probably going to be more cards than their usual events. Yeah, because I think they normally have to happen, I believe. And I believe because it's such a big space, I'm pretty sure there's one.
Yeah, well, I believe there's 450 vendors, roughly. Whether that's, like it's all full or not, but that's apparently what the number is, so that's a lot to look through. So Simon might be doing a 2-hour vlog video this time, and I might hit maybe over half an hour. We'll see how much beat real.
See Andrew and Will over there. If I had some advice, if I was doing a show called Monster Size Toy Fair, I would have made these ladies A4 size.
You would look like Flavor Flav or something like that.
Alright, mate. Tune into Man's Mind to see what we picked up today. We're going to go out from the line with Sarah. We can say hi to these guys.
There we go. tempting fate, don't you? Alright, so we just got out of the monster size vintage and toy fair. It was, yeah, pretty full on. There was a lot of stuff, a lot of comics, a lot of toys, a lot of cards, a lot of bits and pieces of everything. Fantastic show. Congratulations to Andrew and Will for running another great show. Obviously, it's still only the first couple of hours, but obviously I've got to get back and finish off running Outback. But yeah, I did pick up a few little goodies. Ran into SimpleSimon and Sarah, ran into Dave, still only 35 cents. Sean, Zarz, Collectables and Comics, and also Mark from Big City, and obviously quite a few of the other regular sort of comic sellers that I know, so it was good to catch up with everybody. Also, I, for the first time, actually, I quite often have my name on the door at Andrew's events, but can't always attend, unfortunately. But we actually had, like, because it was a big show and obviously a lot of security, so I actually had a media pass this time, surprisingly enough. But hopefully you enjoyed the footage. But yeah, stick around for the haul right at the end of this video. So yeah, let's see what I got. All right, so now that we're back home, it is the haul part of this particular video. As I mentioned, great show. Massive shout out to Andrew and Will putting on another fantastic event. Obviously, yeah, looking forward to see what they do in the future. I really, obviously, because it's very hard for me on Sundays to try and do some of these one-day shows, but I would really love to be able to try and do more of them. But it's obviously timing, cash, so on and so forth. But anyway, yeah, massive shout out to Andrew and Will. Thank you so much, guys, for putting on a fantastic show. Hope the rest of the day was an absolute blast and a very successful event. But you know what you're all here for? You're here for the whole part of the video. I didn't go, there was a lot of books that I really wanted. Some were super pricey. Some were reasonably priced, and there was some that was sort of like
I'd love to get that. It's a great price, but it's like stratosphere sort of style like thing, and I don't have that kind of cash. But yeah, we live and learn, obviously, and you just work within your means. But at the end of the day, I picked up some cool books, and I'm about to show you now. So I did polish off a little bit more of my Defenders run. So we do have Defenders issue 87. Don't think there's any key element or anything to this particular book, but just slowly pegging away at my Defenders run. We also picked up issue 86 of the Defenders. Very cool looking Hulk type cover there. I also crossed off a couple of my Marvel Spotlight run, which is sort of getting a little bit smaller with the amount of issues that I need, but there's still a couple of, not big books, but because I've got most of them, it's a couple of the sort of like medium sort of size ones, but yeah, obviously there's a lot of ones I still need, but yeah, slowly getting there. But one of my favorite runs as part of the Spotlight Volume 1 run is the Son of Satan run, so I did knock off some of those. So I do have issue 23. No, that is not Werewolf by Night there. That is some creature from the Beyond called Trog, I believe. That's what it says there. We did get issue number 19. Really love this Spotlight run. Hopefully one day I will actually complete it. A nice earlier number, so Spotlight 13. So I believe the origin of Son of Satan, or Damon Hellstrom, is told in this, and this is also, I believe, the second appearance of Satana. Not Zatanna like the DC character, but Satana, his sister. I believe she's a kid in this. But it is her second appearance, I believe. But obviously, if you know any more, let me know in the comments below. Also was able to pick up a few issues of the Volume 1 Ghost Rider run to try and make that a little bit smaller too. We do have issue 58. Issue 28. So as I had mentioned previously, I don't, besides number 1, I don't actually have many issues in the first 30. So obviously knocking off a few of those was also a bonus. Issue number 23. And once again, yeah, obviously if there's any key elements that I have not mentioned or I've forgotten, please let me know. A little bit earlier again, so it was issue 15. I know Ghost Rider likes to fight the Orb quite a lot in the Volume 1 run. But yeah, very cool old school Ghost Rider there. I did pick up one issue of Tales of Suspense, so a slightly early issue, or early for me, which is Tales of Suspense featuring Iron Man number 55. Obviously this is a very low grade, but for the price I paid for it for over here, it was definitely worth it. I believe this is the third appearance of the Mandarin. Most people don't really go past the second appearance, but third appearance is still nice. So that was really cool to pick up a nice early issue. Now the last two books are the main two that I was most happy with. This particular book completes a run that I have been chasing for the last couple of years. It's very hard to find these issues here, and I found it. Whenever I find this book, it's usually on eBay or something like that. It's usually going for $100, $150 or whatever like that, and I found this for like 20 bucks, I think it was, and I'm like, I don't care, I'm just taking it. And it is Tomb of Dracula number 3, the first appearance of Rachel Van Helsing,
I believe there's another first appearance in there, but just a minor one. But that actually completes my Tomb of Dracula run from 1 to, oh god, I've forgotten the numbers, 70 I think it is, plus the giant size as well. So that now completes, finally, my Tomb of Dracula run, so I do not need to chase that at all anymore. Thank God for that. Still need to finish my Werewolf by Night run and then obviously move on to the next run or books that I'm trying to get. But yeah, super, super happy to finally find that in the wild. That was definitely a win in my book, that is for sure. But this is probably the big book that I purchased. For some people, not really a big book, but for me, this is a big book. Obviously, if you can't get a first appearance, you try to often get the second appearance. Now, this is a bit of a group second appearance. It is an X-Men book. Now, if you can't buy giant size X-Men #1, what is the next best book to get? X-Men 94. So this is the second appearance of the new team. So second appearance of Colossus, second appearance of Thunderbird, Nightcrawler, and Storm. I do believe it's like the third or fourth appearance of Wolverine. But yeah, this is not a cheap book over here. I don't know about the States, but it's definitely not a cheap book over here. It's always running $600, $700, $800, and I paid several $100s less than that. Super, super happy to get this, and I did the old school Rob Fat Stacks thing, and I picked up a handful of cheaper books, and I went, how about this price for the whole lot if I grab that? And because I've dealt with this seller before, he said, I will definitely do that just for you. So I was super, super happy to finally pick that up. Hopefully giant size, maybe one day, but yeah, that's a real big boy book for me. But yeah, that will do for this particular video. Thank you so much if you watched all the way to the end. Do all the usual YouTube stuff. Hit the thumbs up on the way out. Leave a comment if you want to, especially if there's any more extra knowledge about the books you want to tell me, or just what you thought of I didn't get enough footage really, but of the show and things like that. Just let me know. But most of all, also hit that subscribe button, the one down there. Just hit that. Doesn't cost anything. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. But anyway, hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and Spidey out.